There's a reason why your friendships feel different, why the people you used to vibe with now seem distant. Let me ask you this. Have you ever sat in a room full of people and felt completely alone? Like the conversations around you, once fun, once familiar, now feel empty? It's like you're on a different wavelength, tuned into something bigger, but no one else can hear it. This isn't random. It's a sign you're going through a spiritual awakening. And while this transformation is powerful, it can also be lonely, because as you grow, your relationships shift. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. This isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. And that brings us to the first undeniable sign of spiritual awakening. 1, your relationships start to feel different. As your perspective expands, so does your awareness. The things that used to matter, the casual gossip, the need to impress, the shallow conversations, they don't hit the same anymore. It's like watching a black and white movie your whole life, and suddenly you see color. But here's the catch, not everyone around you sees it too. At first, this can be unsettling. The people you once spent hours talking to, now those conversations drain you. The social events that used to excite you, now they feel exhausting. And it's not because you don't care. It's because you crave something more. Deeper connections, real conversations, authentic relationships. And here's the thing, you're not alone. Throughout history, the greatest spiritual seekers have gone through this. Monks choose solitude not to escape life, but to connect deeply with it. Many traditions encourage retreating from the noise, not to abandon the world, but to find clarity within themselves. And while you don't have to disappear into the mountains to awaken spiritually, you do need space. Because growth requires room to expand. Are you feeling this shift? Here's how you'll know. Small talk no longer excites you. Conversations that used to be effortless, now they feel forced. The topics you once obsessed over, now they seem meaningless. Not because you've become antisocial, but because you're craving something real. And here's where it gets hard. This phase can feel isolating. You'll start saying no to things you once enjoyed. You might drift from people who used to feel like home. And at times, you'll wonder if something's wrong with you. But listen closely, this isn't a loss. It's an upgrade. You're not pushing people away. You're making space for the right ones. And as you grow, something incredible happens. The right people start showing up. Your social circle might shrink, but the connections you build, they'll be deeper, more authentic, and more fulfilling than ever before. This is your journey, from surface level to meaningful, from blending in to standing in your truth. 2, your sensitivity becomes more intense. Have you ever felt like the world suddenly became too much? Like your emotions hit harder, noises feel louder, and even simple interactions leave you drained? This isn't just a random phase. It's a clear sign of spiritual awakening, because once you start waking up, your sensitivity skyrockets. You don't just see the world, you feel it. You don't just hear what people say, you sense their energy. Maybe a song that once felt ordinary now moves you to tears. Maybe bad news that you used to brush off now lingers in your mind for days. Or maybe you just know when someone is upset, even when they say nothing at all. At first, this heightened awareness feels like a superpower, like you're tapped into a deeper level of reality. But there's a challenge, can be exhausting, because while this new sensitivity allows you to connect deeply, it also makes you more vulnerable to negativity, chaos, and overstimulation. That's why certain environments suddenly feel draining. A crowded room? Overwhelming. Loud noises? Distracting. Superficial conversations? Unbearable. It's not that you've become antisocial. It's that your energy is more precious now. This is why so many people going through spiritual awakenings start craving solitude. Not to isolate, but to recharge. And here's the key: you have to find balance. Instead of resisting your sensitivity, use it. Learn when to protect your energy. Learn when to step away. Learn when to lean in and embrace the depth of your emotions. Because once you do, this sensitivity stops being a burden and becomes one of your greatest gifts. 3. The quest for authenticity and truth. Have you ever found yourself questioning everything? The rules, the expectations, even your own beliefs? This isn't just overthinking. It's a shift in consciousness. Because once you start waking up, you stop blindly accepting things at face value. The scripted, the superficial, the forced, it all starts to feel fake. Instead, you crave authenticity, real conversations, real connections, real truth. And that search starts within. Why do I believe what I believe? Do my values align with the life I'm living? Am I being true to myself or just playing a role? Once you start peeling back the layers, you realize something. A lot of what you thought was yours, your beliefs, your goals, even your identity, was handed to you. By family, by culture, by society. And now, you can't unsee it. And here's the challenge. Not everyone will understand this shift. You might start feeling distant from certain friends or social circles, not because you're judging them, but because you're evolving. And that's okay, because this journey isn't about fitting in. It's about becoming who you truly are. Throughout history, the greatest minds questioned reality. Take Thomas Aquinas, for example. At a time when blind obedience was expected, he dared to ask deeper questions, believing that true understanding required both faith and reason. Just like you, he questioned, he searched, he evolved. And like him, you'll realize this quest isn't about rejecting everything. It's about aligning your life with what actually resonates with your soul. And yeah, it's not always easy. You might have to walk away from things that no longer serve you. You might face uncomfortable truths about yourself. You might even feel isolated because you see things differently. But here's what you gain. Freedom from societal illusions, deeper self-awareness, and confidence, authentic relationships that actually fulfill you, because this journey is not about having all the answers. It's about the courage to ask the right questions. 4. The awakening of a new purpose. If you start feeling like the goals you once chased, the job, the achievements, the routine, suddenly feel meaningless, this isn't just a phase. It's a shift, a deep, undeniable pull towards something more. You start questioning everything. Your career. Is this really what I want to do forever? Your relationships. Are these people helping me grow or holding me back? Your lifestyle. Am I truly living or just existing? At first, this realization feels unsettling. But it's not a crisis, it's an awakening. That restlessness you feel is not a problem, it's a signal. A push from the universe telling you, you're meant for something greater. You might feel drawn to new passions, new perspectives, maybe even a whole new path. The things that once excited you, they don't hit the same anymore. Material success, validation, external achievements, they start to feel empty. But here's the paradox. This discomfort means you're on the right path. You're outgrowing an outdated version of yourself, shedding old layers, stepping into something real. And no, it doesn't always mean quitting your job or moving across the world. Sometimes it's simply shifting your focus, prioritizing what actually matters. Creativity over conformity, meaningful work over mindless hustle, authentic relationships over shallow connections. This is where you take back control. Society doesn't define your purpose. You do. At first, this level of freedom can feel overwhelming. If nothing has a preset purpose, then what's the point? But here's the truth. You create the meaning. No outdated beliefs, no external expectations, no past mistakes can define you. You are the architect of your life. And yes, fear will creep in. Doubt will whisper in your ear. But those challenges, they're proof that you're evolving. So embrace the uncertainty, because every step you take, every fear you face, is leading you to a life of deeper purpose, fulfillment, and truth. 5. The expansion of consciousness and compassion. Something profound happens when you awaken spiritually. You don't just see the world differently, you feel it differently. This is the expansion of consciousness, a shift in how you experience reality. Not just intellectually, but emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. You start to see the interconnectedness of everything. How your thoughts, actions, and energy ripple outward, affecting not just your life, but the world around you. And with that realization comes something even deeper, compassion. But this isn't just feeling sorry for others. This is true understanding. Seeing life through someone else's eyes, recognizing their struggles as your own. And it doesn't stop at people. This compassion extends to all living beings, even the earth itself. You start making choices that align with your values, whether it's how you treat others, what you consume, or how you contribute to the world. You feel an unshakable sense of purpose, not just in your own growth, but in uplifting those around you. You begin to find deep peace, because fulfillment is no longer about chasing external validation. It comes from within. And here's the paradox. The more your consciousness expands, the more at peace you feel. Why? Because you're no longer trapped in a self-centered existence. You're connected, you're evolving, you're creating change. This final sign is the most profound because it's the shift from just existing to truly living. Every small act of kindness, every mindful choice, every moment of compassion, it all ripples outward. It shapes not just your journey, but the world itself. And that is the real power of spiritual awakening. If this video resonates with you, comment, "I am enlightened" below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread this message. Thanks for watching.